short story to help memorize the 20 different drugs from the lecture HMI 43 Drugs Affecting Blood and Blood Forming Organs. So I did this by first creating a diagram showing all the different pathways and listing where the drugs act on this pathway. So this is just to memorize the specific parts of it, and I'm going to go over each part. So the first thing that you need to know, I'll just start with here. This is an easy thing to remember. When you see the drugs that have the letters XA in there, then you can think it inhibits 10A. Now there's another drug that also inhibits another drug that has XA in there, but you don't have to worry about that one because there's another more important prefix or more important part of the word that comes in here. So let's start with here. Start from this part right here. So a deep grill. So you see this scene is happening outdoors at a picnic, and there's all these different things happening here. So we'll start here. A deep grill helps you remember that ADP, a deep grill. So the drugs that end with grel are inhibiting the ADP receptor. And so those drug names specifically are ticagrelor. So we have ticagrelor, clopidogrel, prasugrel, and ticlopidine. So there's 3 drugs that have grel in it, and one actually is grelor. So you remember the ones that have grel are irreversible, and the one that has grelor is reversible. And the way you remember that is by the suffix or tells you that this drug is somewhat indecisive. It's like or this or that, so it's the reversible one. So that's how you remember that. And then this one is a Tic Tac. You just think of a Tic Tac being grilled inside of a deep grill. It's kind of random, but Tic Tac, it stands for ticlopidine, which is also an irreversible ADP receptor inhibitor. Now we go on to the next scene here. Not the next scene, the next part. There's a kid who's sitting on a tire for tirofiban, and he's watching an episode of apiximab, so ABC. He's watching an episode of the ABCs. And so you think of this kid on a tire watching ABC, an episode of it, and here below this I have ABC 1, 2, 3 to help you remember. It acts on GP, glycoprotein 2B, and 3A. So the next thing that we're going to look at here is the PDE inhibitor. So PDE is acting on the intrinsic pathway of primary hemostasis. And so there's 2 drugs that act on PDE. And notice PD kind of sounds like pyramid. And also in this drug name, there's sort of a word that looks like pyramid. So I drew 2 pyramids to help you remember PDE and dipyramid. So dipyridamole, it's actually not pyramid, dipyridamole, but you have 2 pyramids. And the silo here, I think of each of these pyramids weighing 1 kilogram. Imagine just the C is pronounced as a hard C, so it's like a kilogram, but it's more of a silogram. Now the next part is, so the kid is not by himself. There's adults there, of course, because they are responsible parents. And so you look here, and the drug names that have the word parent in there, think of parents, are the ones that inhibit, not inhibit, these actually activate the antithrombin 3. And the way you can remember this is that the parents arrive at 3 o'clock to the picnic. And so here are the parents, and the drug names for the parents are heparin, dalteparin, eroxaparin, and this is the one that has XA in there, but don't worry because the parin supersedes the XA. And then there's fondaparin X. And the dalteparin and eroxaparin are low molecular weight heparins. Now, the parents came with two of their cats, and you need to know a little bit of Spanish to understand this one. So the idea here is R gatro. So think of like R as in R, O-U-R, and gatro as a Spanish word for cat minus the R. Don't worry about the R. So think of R gatos, two of R gatos. How to remember two? Think of bivalent. So bivalve rodent. So there's two cats. So it's bivalent argatros. And the bivalve should also help you remember that this is acting on just the thrombin. Also, the parens act on 10 and 2. That's something to keep in mind too. And yeah. So the next thing is you'll notice that the shoe that the dad is wearing, just think of shoe. It doesn't have anything to do with the heparins necessarily, but the shoe, it is an auto lacing strap. It has auto lacing straps, so that can help you remember alte. So auto, think of alte place, streptokinase strap. So auto strap helps you remember alteplase streptokinase, and the shoes are for moving. So you remember that this is a part of the coagulation cascade that goes from one thing to the next. So this is another activator going from plasminogen to plasmin, which is a part of the fibrinolytic pathway. So these are called thrombolytics. So think of the shoe, it's going somewhere. Now, where is he going? He's going to this mine. There's a mine in this random picnic area. So to remember mine, think of plasminogen, and the drug name that acts to inhibit plasminogen is aminoproic acid. So plasminogen and aminoproic acid. So that is the story here. So to summarize, we have XAs are not a part of the story per se, but you just look at that and see that it correlates with that. So think of a deep grill, the grill, and a tic tac inside the grill, a kid on a tire watching an episode of ABC 1, 2, 3, which is for glycoprotein 2 and 3. And on that picnic, someone left two random pyramids that weigh 1 kilogram or 1 silogram. So dipyramid, silogram, inhibiting PDE, which sounds like pyramid as well. The parents arrive at 3 o'clock. The drug names with parent in it activate. I keep saying that. So the drug names with parent activate antithrombin 3, and antithrombin 3 actually inhibits the coagulation cascade. So this just does more of what antithrombin 3 is supposed to do. The parents come with their bivalent gatros. So bivalve helps you remember 2, and R-gatro, 2 cats, and that inhibits 2A thrombin. And then you see the shoes that he has, helps you remember it's auto straps, so it's going somewhere. So that helps you alteplase streptokinase, it's going from plasminogen to plasmin. And where is he going? He's going to the mine. Helps you remember plasminogen and aminoproic acid. So those are the 20 drugs. I hope this was helpful. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, let me know.